Sagittarius, welcome. This is your weekly reading. I do not know what I'm going to call it yet, since we don't know what the message is going to be. We're going to look into overall energy. We're going to look into challenges and blessings for the coming up 7-ish days. We're going to look at messages from Spirit and the potential outcome. Potential always, because we have free will. And who knows what can happen. We're going to pull an oracle card first, and I'll read the message at the end. Ooh, intimacy. Okay, Sag. There can be a question or a message or information about intimacy. Pull out my... You know what? I have not used this deck in forever. Let us use this. I have refreshed my decks. We're going to start... I mean, I've used these before, but I was using the other decks for quite a while there, and I feel that it is time to get some fresh energy here. Let's look into overall energy for the next 7-ish days for Sagittarius. We have the 9 of Wands. These cards are dark but very pretty. 10 of Swords, the Sun, wow, and the Queen of Wands. Sag, that's us, the Queen of Wands. I'm a Sag. So, there you go. I need to come to the 9 of Wands and the 10 of Swords first. General energy for next week. The 9 of Wands, wounded warrior, coming near to the end. You know, sometimes depending on the cards around the 9 of Wands, I will say, hey, don't give up now, you're almost there. And other times I'll say, this is you nearing the end. And in this instance, Sag, this is you nearing the end, because we have the 10 of Swords. I feel like there's something that you are just done with. Done, done, done. Now, swords are about intellect, thoughts, belief. It can also be about betrayal. So it can be you messing with your own head from the inside, or someone messing with your head from the outside, all of the above. But 10 is just done. So you've either been doing some major sabotage that you have had or will have an epiphany about, and you'll be like, you know what? I'm not going to believe these things anymore. I'm not going to treat myself like this anymore. I'm not going to do this thing anymore. Or I'm not going to allow this treatment anymore. So I see you near the end and at the end, basically, with the 9 of Wands and the 10 of Swords. And so the 10 of Swords can be about betrayal, but it can be you betraying yourself, or it can be someone outside betraying you. But I see you done. Now, beautiful Queen of Wands. But, you know, in action, you know what is. You know what's got you on the edge, whether it's something internal or external. Just do some inner reflection and either, you know, take action to end this thing, or just know that this, you know, can't and won't go on much longer. I see an ending, however that happens. Then we have the Sun and the Queen of Wands. What this tells me is, once you, and I feel like it is a decision, Sag, I feel like this is something that you're going to do. Now, if we go further on and we get like the Tower or Death, that will show me that maybe it's not something that you do, maybe it's something that the universe does. And it says, you know what, you've been putting up with this for a long time, whether internally or externally, and I'm going to end this for you, whether by sending you an epiphany or removing someone from your life, you know, and not through actual death, but you know what I mean, just ending. So we'll see with other cards that show up in the reading. But we have the Sun and the Queen of Wands. So what this shows me is when this thing is removed, when your head is clear, you come, you know, full force into yourself. I mean, this is about, with the Queen of Wands, this is about being self-assured. The Queen of Wands has a black cat back in the day when it was considered, you know, bad luck and witchery, and the Queen of Wands is like, I don't give a F, okay? I like black cats. The Queen of Wands is intuitive. The Queen of Wands is strong. So I see, and it's us. The Queen of Wands is Sag. I don't care if it's supposed to be Aries or Leo. The Queen of Wands is us. And this is you coming into your power. This is you showing up in your own reading. This shows the strength, the growth, the strength, everything. This is you coming into yourself, okay? And then the Sun. What this shows me is in the next week, it's going to be like night and day. We have the Nine of Wands, Wounded Warrior, near the end. Should I stay or should I go? The Ten of Swords, the ultimate betrayal, done. I always say, stick a fork in me, I'm done, done, done. And then we have the Sun. So it's almost like a flip. And when I see the Nine of Wands, this is not something that, oh, everything was going great and then all of a sudden, blah, blah, blah. No. Things have been going to Shizmit for a while here, whether it's something you've been wrestling with in your head or the way that someone's been treating you. This has been going on for a long time. We see the progression from the 9 to the 10, 9 months, 9 years. This has been going on too long. Okay? And so the thing is, when you're done, you're done. You know, say in a relationship, you can break up with someone 8 times, and those 8 times you're not done, and you're just hoping to change behavior, or you're a runner, or you know, whatever. And then the 9th time you're like, oh my God, an epiphany, right? And then, you know, the 9 or the 10th time you're like, this is it, I'm finally done. And that's what I feel like. And it's not a shock because you've been done so many times. And so I feel like you're done. And then we have the Sun. Here comes the sun, do 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 do. Beautiful. Contentment, childlike joy and energy, happiness, family. I mean, I love the Sun. I think it's one of the most, you know, beautiful cards in the deck. The Sun's energy, joy, success, positive energy, and accomplishments. So ending this thing is an accomplishment. So this is the energy that's going to be coming into your life. So now when this thing is gone, again, it's not a shock. It's not anything that you have to adjust to. It's you've been planning this or going through this process. So now when this thing is done, your job, what you can do is embrace your optimism and take action on what feels right. This has not felt right for a long, long time. So you move forward with optimism in some direction that feels right, and you are in your strength. I love it. Let's look at challenges. What challenges will we face, Sag? As a Sag myself, what challenges will we face in the next 7-ish days? You see, I say 7-ish days, but like this thing's been going on for quite a while, but I believe it's going to be coming to a head. So what challenges? Queen of Cups, the Ten of Swords again, Ten of Swords under the Ten of Swords, wowsy, Knight of Cups, Two of Wands. Okay, so challenges. I'd say with the Ten of Swords coming twice, this is Spirit saying, I said what I said. It could be a challenge to actually just really accept this thing. Maybe you know about it, maybe you've been experiencing it, maybe you really want it to happen, but still you're kind of like, you know, eek, what do I do? But you know, it's just going to take you a moment to gather it, you know, into you and be like, okay, what next? But I'm telling you what's next. The Sun and the Queen of Wands. We have the Knight of Cups to the Queen of Cups. So we see growth. We see action. Okay, so Knights are about action. This is about emotional intelligence. This shows you making progress in the ability to give and accept love. You know, when things are not going well, we can shut down and build walls. And I feel like that may have happened. But through this process, the Nine of Wands to the Ten of Swords, I feel like you've had the epiphany that you've seen that this isn't really your problem. In as much as you've participated in this, because it takes two to tango, but the real root cause is you've kind of been putting up with someone else's issue. Now, is that an issue in itself, and is that the issue that you need to resolve? Yes. But having gone through a betrayal like this, people can build up really, really high walls. You know, with this struggle and this betrayal, you could be like, oh, I'm not meant to be in relationships. And I'm just using a relationship as an example. This could be a job. This could be you messing with your own head. Maybe you don't love yourself. But, you know, whatever that thing is, I'm not meant to do that because I have a bad picker, or I always sabotage myself, my efforts to better myself, whatever this thing is. But we see the growth. We see you taking action, and we see the growth to the Queen of Cups. Nurturing, loving, again, the growth moving forward to the emotional maturity. This is you opening up, becoming vulnerable, being able to be vulnerable while still protecting yourself. And by protecting yourself, I mean having boundaries. You can have super duper strong boundaries and still be vulnerable and open to love. We have to be open in order to receive. Okay? So I think the message here is open up, create your boundaries, and enforce your boundaries, but open up to receive. Because that's the only way you can give and receive, is if you're open and you're vulnerable. And I feel like you've been closed off for quite a while. And then we have the Two of Wands. Okay, twos. Balance. Decisions, choices, paths, options, partnerships. So do we have a choice? Look into this too. What is this? Do we have an opportunity for a partnership? If so, this may be saying, go for it. Do we have a choice or a decision to make? This this can be saying it's time to make a decision. Maybe you've been on pause with this negative energy here, and it's time for you to make a decision. Whatever it is, this is saying you have an opportunity for a partnership. You have the opportunity to choose a path. And this is a good thing. I mean, this is good energy. Look at the wands. They have little green leaves on them. This is about growth and ideas and taking action. So what this card tells me is you have the opportunity for growth, to take action, to put some ideas into play. Take that opportunity. Do it now. So you may have been frozen. This is the challenges. You may have been shut down and built walls. You may have been frozen and afraid to take a chance, to choose an opportunity, to form a partnership. And so the answer to this, to these challenges, is open up, be vulnerable, and take a chance. Make a choice. If it's the wrong choice, you can always choose another choice. You can always make another decision. Let's go ahead and look at blessings. What blessings, opportunities? We already see one in the challenges. We see that opportunities, choices are going to be coming your way. And don't forget, with the sun, after this negativity is gone, the sun is shining. I feel like you're going to be looking at life differently. I feel like, Sag, for maybe the last 9 or 10 years, like a cycle is ending. A cycle of being down. Maybe, I'm not a doctor, and but maybe a time of depression. Medical depression, hey man, that's not in my wheelhouse. I'm on medication because, that's what helped me. But there's also like situational. You can be in such a shitty situation that you can just be down. And I feel like when this situation is removed, the sun's going to start shining for you. So that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about like medical depression. I'm not a doctor. Okay, let's look at blessings. The Prince of Cups, Knight of Cups, again, under the Knight of Cups. I said what I said. Strength, the Nine of Swords, and Temperance. That's us, Sag. The Temperance card is us. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Magician. And so I'm going to leave, and beneath that, the Ten of Swords, 3 times now. Something that has just been huge in your life is ending. Just know that the Ten of Swords 3 times, it's done. Okay, here's the deal. Prince of Cups twice, the blessing. This is the answer. We have the Knight of Cups and the Prince of Cups, and the Prince of Cups is the Knight of Cups. You are working towards opening up and being vulnerable. Another thing is, the Prince of Cups, the Knight of Cups, is the Knight in shining armor. You could literally, for some of you, not all of you are interested in romantic relationships, or you're already in a relationship, but this could be someone actually coming in, someone that really loves you. This could be as simple and literal as you're getting out of something negative with this Ten of Swords, where it's just been horrible. And I don't mean to make you a victim, but I just heard someone's been keeping you down, and you're an adult, and so you've allowed this. But let me tell you, it's easier to have that happen than many can understand. But you found strength, and it's a blessing. You've tamed the beast. And in this instance, I think you've tamed the beast of fear. I think fear is what's been holding you back. So if this 10 of Swords 3 times is someone else, you've tamed the beast of fear of leaving. If this is you in your own head, messing with your own head, the 10 of Swords we have the 9 of Swords to the 10 of Swords. 9 to the 10 of Swords, not squared, what's the 3 times to the 3rd power, whatever. I'm not a math person, but strength. Tamed the beast of getting out of the relationship or getting out of your head, having an epiphany, like, I can't live like this anymore. I refuse to live like this. And strength, to me, is like courage as well. Being afraid, but doing it anyway. Taking a chance. I've heard that message a couple of times now, taking a chance. And then we have the Temperance card. And Sag, that's us. Okay? Temperance is Sagittarius. I think it is Archangel Michael. It's about transmutation. It's about balance, like moderation and integration. It's like taking one thing, mixing it with another thing, and the result being the answer, the good thing for you. So maybe we can take some of this fear, some of this negativity, learn the lesson from it, and mix the lesson up with some strength. And even though we're afraid, move forward. We need to find balance. Are you going to totally, I've had this epiphany. I've got the 9 of Swords and the 10 of Swords 3 times, and I've been frozen and afraid to do anything. But I've had this epiphany, and now I'm going to wake up tomorrow, and it's going to be sunny, and everything's going to be marvelous. No. Maybe a lot of it will be gone. It appears to me that a lot of it will be gone, and you'll be able to make a choice, make a decision. You'll be in your strength with the Queen of Wands and the Strength card. But fear will still pop back up. We're human, it's going to happen. But you can take that fear, look at it objectively, and learn, well, I took a chance once, I can take a chance again. And mix that fear with a good old dose of strength and courage and self-love. We have the Knight of Cups twice and the Queen of Cups. And I can move forward. So with the Temperance card and the Queen of Wands showing up, we are in our power, Sag. This is us claiming our power, claiming our autonomy. We are in charge of our own lives. And we have the Alchemist, which is the Magician. This is about power, skill. You have the tools and the resources to manifest whatever you want. Okay? You can make happen whatever you want to happen. You can leave. You can end this mind effery that you've been doing with yourself. You can grow to start to love yourself. You can take action where maybe before you were frozen. This is showing us that you have everything that you need to make this choice and to take action. Let's look at advice from Spirit and potential outcome. What messages or advice can you get from Spirit? And maybe some clues. Now, the potential outcome, it's up to you. It's not up to me. I can't tell you what's going to happen or what's going to, what you should do or what's going to happen. But I can tell you the energies that we get. Because you do one thing, the outcome's going to be one thing. You do another thing, the outcome's going to be different. We have the Four of Pentacles, the Six of Cups. I love that. The Two of Cups, so two twos. Definitely choices. And the Queen of Wands again. We have the Queen of Wands twice and the Temperance card. We are in our power. I'm digging this. This reading is definitely for me. Okay, let's talk about maybe a little smidge of fear here. Advice from Spirit. We have the Four of Pentacles. And depending on what cards are around the Four of Pentacles, it can kind of change the meaning, in my opinion. And with the Ten of Swords 3 times and the Nine of Swords, I feel like I need to say this can be you holding on to your resources, fearing that you don't have enough. So this can be you coming from fear, making decisions from fear. And I feel like this isn't potential outcome. I feel like this is advice, message from Spirit. Instead of hanging on to these Four Pentacles in fear, clutching them to you, because when we come from a place of lack, we receive more of that. So instead of you holding on to these Four Pentacles in fear, out of fear, use these Four Pentacles to build a solid foundation. So work with your feeling of fear of not having. Look back into your past. Have you ever really not had? And if you have, if you've been homeless, if you've been hungry, look at what you did to make it better. Do that again. And if you haven't, well, then what is your historical evidence that this is going to happen? You have none. So take a chance. I keep on hearing, take a chance. Invest in yourself. We have the Two of Cups and the Six of Cups. So we have the Two of Wands, the Two of Cups, a decision, an option. We have the Knight of Cups twice. Again, this could be a decision to love. Someone could be coming in. This could be a decision to love yourself. This could be a decision to, an option, a choice for something that's nurturing to you, a partnership. It doesn't have to be a love partnership. And if it is love, this person could be from a totally different ethnic, religious background, live in another country. So there could be a really big difference between the two of you. Okay? And the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is about regaining your childlike wonder. It could also be someone coming back from the past. If it is, it's not the ucky, horrible, toxic person or people. It's someone good that you knew. Or it could be a soulmate. Someone that you recognize from a past life. So we see some beautiful past energy. However you want to accept that. And then the Queen of Wands. Man, we are in our power. We are strong. We are invincible. We're in control of our own life by opening up and being vulnerable and taking chances. But cutting out something that did not serve us at all. So I want to read you Intimacy, and it's number 59. My gift to you, it's time to come clean with the people you love. To be truly intimate, you must be totally honest with yourself and be willing to accept and express your deepest fears. Understand, when you open a door to another person, you are letting go of control and opening yourself up to being influenced on a deep emotional level. If you carry wounds from the past, as most of us do, this can be scary. Whether you fear being trapped or abandoned, do not judge your feelings. You will be rewarded. Thank you. We'll see you next week.